throughout this match, there was a lot of interference from Damian and Rhea. Finn was not there because he had some, prior obligations for the later in the show. And so at first, though, because of the way things were going, the Judgment Day get KO ejected first, which was very, very dramatic. But then they eventually get ejected from ringside as well. So it was just down to Mr. Sami Zayn and Mr. Dominic. And it looked like a few times that Sami was going to win, which I was like, oh my God, they can't do this, right? They can't do this, right? But then we have to continue those shenanigans. And Rhea and Damian come out from the back and they just kind of like throw KO out there and he's like dead right there. And Sammy's like, oh my God, my bestie. And that was a distraction enough to help Dom win, who then escapes through the crowd. Sami runs over to be like, oh my God, bestie, what's going on? And then after the show is when we find out it appears that Kevin Owens is actually injured, at least allegedly at this point, which is why they went through with this angle to make it seem like, oh no, he's injured. So my thing is, if that's true, I have a hot take. And I know you're not going to agree with me.
Oh, good. Great.
So since one half of the tag team champions is reportedly injured, shouldn't they follow the route they've taken with the women's tag team titles and take those titles off them?
They should, but they won't.
I know. But do you see what I'm saying?
No, I 100% do. That's why I don't like it, but I don't like it because it's one of my guys getting titles taken off because he's injured. That's
right.
The, root of the issue. And, it's just sad. Not only because it's KO and Sami, but it's because it felt like these were the two that could elevate the tag division and, have it start to branch off into each brand having their own tag champions. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is the way that it was supposed to happen, where they just both drop it. And because they drop it and they had two belts and now we have two shows, maybe oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm only doing this mid because God damn it, Tiki, this is just amazing. And I think, Sarah, you're not going to like this. WWE could use the Freebird rule. Riddle helped Sami as a team. They did compete in the 6-man tag together at Backlash. Sarah, I'm a kind of in on. I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not.
I wouldn't say I'm not 100% against it. I'm not like saying I'm for it either. However, that would be repeating how it went down with Lita and Becky, where Trish stepped in. However, they didn't win. So I think that's where it kind of comes into play, where it's like, oh, okay, that's fine that Trish stepped in because they didn't end up winning. I think if that's the case, like if they had Riddle step in for Kevin, then I feel like they have to lose anyway, because it's kind of like no one really wants to see Riddle and Sami together. I'm sorry, I'm over it. And the thing is Matt Riddle can't do anything on his own. That would just be another example of the fact that they know that he can't do shit by himself. So the tag team title picture will be interesting. I haven't seen anything from any sites or whatever about what exactly Kevin Owens is dealing with, or the severity of it, or a timetable. Like what I was seeing last night, there weren't a whole lot of details on it yet. So who knows? I mean, I would say it could be a good sign that he was there last night. However, they really did only use him on an angle to get him off TV, possibly. So I don't know that it's necessarily a good sign, but we'll have to see.